Hard Time Strong Men, and we hit a major milestone yesterday.
1,000 downloads. Thank you guys so much for this. I can't put into words, but we're going to try on how appreciative we actually are for this. I mean, we started this.
I don't know how to appreciate that fully. I mean, the whole reason why we started this was because we loved giving classes to guys when we were in, and we maybe reached a couple dozen people in the time where we were, subject matter experts enough, like trained well enough to be able to give an effective class in the Army. And in a fraction of the time, we've reached over 1,000 people.
Almost 1,100.
It's insane. It's insane, man. So, like you said, thank you all so much. This is for you. We're doing this to try to get everybody better, to try to put out good information, to remain accountable, so that we're not the end all be all. We're spreading good information so that y'all can disseminate amongst your networks.
Right. And we got into
to spread this even further.
Right. And we got into this right when we saw a culture change, or at least when we were starting to see a culture change. Guys were not going for the just, let's go to IG, watch some dude shoot some USPCA match stuff and be done. No, you guys are looking for survival stuff. You're looking for homesteading. You're looking to be self-sufficient. We're seeing a trend back towards where we were at the American Revolution,
Back where we need to be.
Right.
Back where we need to be. I mean, people are, I feel like, especially my generation, it was like, we were so spoiled growing up. Like we, thank God I had parents who remembered how hard it was and how, we have to be raised so that we can, survive in that and grow in that.
Right.
But a lot of these kids now don't. They don't have parents who remember. They don't have, parents who care. And, they live in a fantasy. But we are seeing that change where people are asking the right questions. Why should I rely on someone for my food if someone could, fail me in that? Why, does this authority not want me to be able to protect myself or to provide for myself or anything?
Right.
Like you said, we're finally getting back to where people are becoming self-sufficient, where people are, networking and doing the right thing. It's really cool to see.
It really
like
is.
I said, we came in right. We kind of started in the in the social public sphere. Around that time we were starting to see that change. But the culture itself, the influencers themselves who started all this, have done insane amount of legwork.
Yeah.
It's just so cool to be able to, to hop in and fill in gaps.
Oh yeah.
Hop in and just tie everything, together. Because I think we were talking about this last night. You can go on IG and you can find subject matter experts in, the medical field, in emergency care, or in weapons handling, or in tactics, or in land navigation, whatever. But I'm having a great time just like in our little niche of trying to, conceptualize all this for the layman, trying to tie everything together, to make it one, cohesive skill set.
Right. And we wouldn't be able to do this without a lot of the information that we've been getting from our predecessors. We pull stuff from Army EPUBs. We pull stuff from FMs from the Army. We pull things. We pulled stuff from Redbeard Tactical. We've pulled things from Reaper Actual 1-1. We've pulled things from Lucas Botkin. We pulled things from his brother Isaac Botkin. We pulled things from a lot of people, but we're not trying to claim it as our own. We're just trying to tie it all together. We're trying to make sense of how this all goes together.
Yeah, and that's why we give our references, give our sources at the beginning and the end of every episode, and why it's in the description of every episode. Because if it's not ours, we're not going to claim it as ours. this community needs to move forward, and build up together.
Yep.
The infighting is what's killing us right now. If we could just get over ourselves and act like professionals that we want to be, then we wouldn't be having all these.
Right. We need less.
A lot of these
We
problems.
need less gatekeepers and more open doors.
Yeah, I mean, we're standing on the shoulders of giants. Red Bear Tactical, like you said, Lucas T-Rex Arms, Reaper Actual, God, what's the name? Operator on Instagram. I mean, Haley Strategic, all these guys who are, experts in their craft, who are putting out excellent information. But if we can, conceptualize that a little bit more, if we can, just shout out what they're already saying and reach our little niche.
And if you guys know of anybody else
better.
that we need to check out,
But
and you think they have great information that we could use, let us know. We're on Gray Man Network. We're on social media. Look us up. Drop us a line. We'll say hi. We're just regular people, Just we'll help you guys out. Help us out.
yeah, or if there's any questions anybody has or any subjects that we want to specifically cover. I know a little pet project I've been working on has been a skills matrix, or like a skill set for team or squad size element, and that came to be from a discussion over the Gray Man Network. But we're obviously growing. Obviously, people are getting the message, and I couldn't be more excited. We've barely scratched the surface. We're not even done with our level 1 skill set yet. Let alone where we want to go. I think the project that I'm most excited about right now, that's kind of in my periphery, is the Ranger Handbook for Friendlies. I think is what I'm going to call it, where we go through the Ranger Handbook chapter by chapter, and we try to cut out all of the, all the government crap, all the bureaucrat crap, and boil it down to the layman, to the whatever you want to call yourself, but stuff that's applicable to you, that makes sense for you, and something that you can apply. And just going through the entire Ranger Handbook, because you talk to any junior leader, and if you ask them what you can research, or where you can go to learn the skill set, 9 times out of 10 they'll say read the Ranger Handbook. But I've tried.
Yep, me too. It's
a really dry read.
It's terrible.
It's really rough. It has excellent information in it, but it, obviously it's not presented in the best way. So if we can go in there, dig in there, and come out with with a guide or with episode series that gets more people into the craft, and raises that skill set because of that.
And of course, we're going to get more into highly specialized things. We're going to have guests on, so we're still going to hit medical, because medical will save lives. Like it's necessary. So
we're not nearly done. So right now, I think, not really an issue, but kind of a rub is we're figuring out how we want to cycle through these skill sets, how we want to cycle in these subjects. And right now we're kind of working on a skill tree, like a radiograph, on how we want to touch on those and spiral everything upwards. But it's just really tacking down how we want to do that.
It's great for showing us where we're deficient too, as far as subjects and topics. So we're going to be working a lot with that, and working with you guys a lot, and seeing where we can do better, where we can hit next, and what's really on your minds.
We're going to be working a lot, period, man. I think something that I'm really excited about is branching out past spoken word. So incorporating the Instagram more, incorporating Patreon, where we not only offer content that we've developed ourselves, but being able to back up our podcast on there in case we run into any issues. But presenting like you said earlier, the big picture, trying to get graphics into place so that we can give everyone a more well-rounded idea of what we're talking about. So being able to dedicate more time to that would be would be
spoken word
wonderful.
can only get you so far. Sometimes you need to see something because we can only describe things so well.
And we did that with one of our ballot drills on the Instagram, and that was a very rudimentary class, but
Yeah, it did.
It took a lot of time. So just learning about the the time hacks necessary to develop this stuff has been a major learning curve.
We're gonna
at
do
least for
better.
me. So once we get to a point to where we're backed up on these episodes, where we can where we can dedicate more time to that, I think we're gonna see a huge increase in in quality and just in the
Right.
mass
'Cause,
of
I mean,
content we can put out.
We know we need to do better. We're just still beginning, and I mean, we're here to do better by you guys. We're here to do right by getting the information out. Keep this entertaining for you guys. So that's where we're headed. That's what we want to do.
Well, yeah, and
Right.
it's never been about being perfect. I mean, no one's
Speak
perfect.
for yourself.
Right. And I think that's something that, well, something that I'm trying to do too is just kind of pull that back. Hey, all these influencers, like they're just guys. At the end of the day, they're just people. So if we can, be real with ourselves, stay accountable for the information we put out and how we distribute it, then that's.
But
I see that as our
In
job.
the end, we can't do this without you guys. So thank you so much for getting us here, and we hope to keep you around to help us get through the next milestones. We're here for you guys, so we appreciate you guys being here for us.
Always. Thank you so much.